everybody. Hello. I know. Getting a good workout. So this is a Sweet Child of Mine. Guns N' Roses. Key of C is what I'm doing. Their original key is in C sharp, and but that's a kind of tougher one to do on bar chords and all. You can do it. It's just tougher. So I like to make it simple. So I slide it down to C, which is a nice open chord sequence. And then also, if you want to play along with the real songs, then you can just capo the first fret, still play the positions on the chord sheet the exact same way, but you're going to be up in the key that they do it. So that's kind of fun to do. And then once you get better, you can actually don't need a capo. You can just adjust with the bar chord. So that's it. Key of C, and this is a bit of a longer tutorial because the song is relatively simple and it's got some really cool, relatively simple licks, but there's slight variations on them. So basically, I'm going to show the main chords for the chorus and verse and some of the solos. Then I'll do a couple of the example licks, and then I'll kind of show a little more detail on how to do those. So you can either watch those or watch the more detailed ones. So key C, verse is B flat is the next one. F. I hate to look into those eyes, see and see an ounce of pain. And then chorus is G. Whoa, F. Sweet child of mine. C. So those are the chords, and they basically do 2 cycles of a verse, then 2 cycles of a chorus, and then they do this fill in between. And I forgot to actually tell you after you do the well, we'll get into the licks a little bit later. Then the second half of the song, they step it up 2 steps. So you're going to go from key of C to key of D, and you're going to hear that change. And there's a couple different chord sequences. It starts with D, B flat, A, G. They do that about 8 times going through, and then they go to the slightly different version, which is E, F. I'm sorry, that was D, F, G, B flat, C, and there's a slight delay there. So it goes D, F, G, slight delay, B flat, and C. So that's pretty much it for the rest of the song until the end. So those are the chords. The licks, I'm just going to play them, and then we'll show you the slow down or show the details. There she is. So. Now the bass part. Another cycle, then they start on the song, and the last fill before they actually start in on the verse, it goes. She got a smile and it seems to me reminds me of a child. So it goes that way, and then once you get into the chorus, there's a couple cool little fills, and then you do the intro lick. Whoa, oh, 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 sweet love of mine. Now the fill. That's one of the fills. Now they go back into the verse. And then when you do the chorus, you're going to end the chorus with, oh, 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 sweet love of mine. Now there's the next couple fills. Whoops. Next fill. Then it goes back in the chorus probably 4 times. And then the last time it's going C, then switch D, B flat, A, G, probably 8 times, and then the next switch is in that, and then D, F, G, delay, C, and that goes all the way till the end. then there's one riff where it goes na 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 na, sweet child of mine. 2, 3, 4. Hey, Kelly. So that's kind of the run through of what the licks look like and sound like, or at least the way I do it, simplified. Now I'll kind of show you. So for the opening one, this is going to be in key of C position, where you're crushing the bottom 2 strings on the 3rd fret. And by the way, I'm showing you my simple version because that's what's easier for me, and I'll show you a little bit different version that I think others do. But I hold a thumb on the 3rd string, index on the 2nd, and middle on the bottom. That's how I do my simple picking. It makes it easier for me. So with that position for picking, we're starting on the bottom 2 strings of the 3rd fret, and we're going to alternate basically for the 3 different chords of the lick. It's going to be crushing with the index. Next one you'll crush with the middle, and then you go back to the index. Same crushes, same strings, but just different fingering because of what you have to do with other fingers. So it goes. So I'll slow it down, and it's basically 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2. So that's the picking on the right hand. And on the left hand, you're doing it kind of in this. You're always keeping this. You're not changing that. So I'm going to call that open. And then you're doing pinky on the 8th fret, which is just above the 2nd dot, like that. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. That's actually better because you got the bass note. So do the 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. So I'll do that again. So slow. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. So that's it. And you're repeating that. And that's actually the signature lick. So if you can get that down, then you're repeating it. Now we're going to switch positions. Middle finger crushing, same 2 strings. Index is now on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. So that position, you're gonna do the same thing on the pinky, same picking, just a slight different position there. So it's going to go 3, 2, 1. So 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, and then repeat. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. And now we're going to go to the next position. We're going to slide it back where the index is now crushing those 2, and the ring is going to be on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, but the exact same picking, and the pinky's doing the same thing. So 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, and then repeat. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, and then you go back to the C to end it with 2 licks. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. So that's it. And they basically do it one full intro like that. Then they do a second one with a bass riff kind of filling in behind it, which is the. So, and I do that on the uke. So it's basically 2 full cycles of this intro riff. And then at the end of it, where you're transitioning into the verse, then it's going to go this one. And she got a smile. So that's the transition. So basically, same anchor here at the bottom 2 on the 3rd fret. And it's going to be ring on the 5th, and then you're going to open, and then ring back, and then pinky on the 7th, 8th, 7th, and then back to the 5th. So it's going to go like this. So 5th, open, 5th, 7th, 8th, 7th, 5th, open. And you're basically doing the bottom two strings, so it's basically that whole way through. So I'll do it again one more time slow. 5th, open, 5th, 7th, 8th, 7th, 5th, open. And then she got a smile. So that's that transition in. It helps to have multiple instruments. You can't do everything, but those are some of the ones. Now, once you do the chorus, you're going to have the really cool signature fills. Very simple, but but they vary it slightly, so it's a little confusing. So the chorus will end, oh, sweet love of mine. And then the fill goes key of C position. So I'm basically using my ring finger on the the bottom for the C on the third fret, and then I'm going 3 1 open on the second, 3 1 open, and I'm using middle and index there just so I can keep that positioning. Now the next one is B flat position, so you're going to go 3 1 and B flat, and then pinky 3 1 play, and then the next one will be going to F 3 1 F 3 1, and then I'm sorry, it's actually only one time in this one. So when you go in the F, and then it goes. So that's basically open on the bottom, 3 1, then open on the bottom, and then you're going to slide 3 to 5th. Open 3 5th, and then back to 3, and then you play this C chord. So it goes. Whoop, then you play the chord. So that's the first fill. Now the second fill has a couple in a row, and then each one is different. So it's going to be in the chorus. We're going to end the chorus. Oh, 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 sweet love of mine. And then it goes. Now B flat, just like the first time. Now F. Repeat. And then now we're doing some cool hammering off and picking. Like that. So it's going to go on the F position, second string, you're going to hammer off. So it's open, then open on the third string, and then you hit that first fret, second string again, and then you're going to hammer off from third fret of the bottom string. And then you do the open on the second string. So it goes. And you're playing the C chord there. So I'll do that again. So now it does another fill, but slightly different. So we're going to start over again with the C position. So that's kind of how that's going to go. I'm going to start over again. So in the C position, 3 1, and then open 3. So I'm sorry, 3 1. Open, and then open on the bottom string, and then you're going to slide 1 to 3, and then you go to 1, and then 5, slide up, and then sliding on 5 3 1, and then the hammering off. Whoop, and then so second string, first fret, and then open on there, and now you're doing. So that's going to go open on bottom 3 1, then open on the bottom 3 5, 3, and then 7, and you can go like that, like that. And then what I was doing, because it sounds good, is with the chords, is I actually do some chords on that. So I go. Sorry. Then B flat, high B flat, and then I'm sliding down to B flat to A minor to G minor, and then going just like they do, and then I do a high C, which is this G position but up on the 7th fret, and then you go whoa, it goes back to the chord. So I know that's tough. You just kind of give it a shot. You can do it with the single notes. or you can do it with the chords that I was showing. So what I like the chords, and then it goes. Goes into the chorus. So that's basically it for the licks. So I know that's a lot to do, and you don't have to vary it up. Just find one that works and do that. But if you want to vary it, those are some of the variations. Rain's coming. I think it's messing up the strings. So that's it. Now getting to the actual second part of the song where we switch to key D, B flat, A, G, and you do it 8 times, and then the 8th time doing this, now you go D, where do we go? F, where do we go? G, where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Ah, yeah, 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 same chord, oh, where do we go now? And then then it just crescendos, same chords but more power, and you just keep going with it. And he does that cool. Where do we go, sweet child? Where do we go now? And it does it several times, and then on the last one, that's where it has that cool lick where he's doing it with his voice, but you can do it with the guitar. So I'll show you that. It basically goes, where did we go now? Sweet child, where did we go now? No, 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 no. Sweet child. So it goes that way. And it's basically key of D. It's just a D major riff walking down for the most part. So key D is there. But the riff on D is basically 5-3, 5-3 on the second string, and then 5-4, then the D chord on the third. So it goes, and you can actually do it, start like that, or you can do the slide up from 3 to 5 or 4 to 5. Sweet child, sweet child of mine. They do some really, kind of hanging on the D and then doing different things, but you can just go to the open for C and then slide up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so that is pretty much it as far as I can tell. Callie, hello. Yeah, so hope you can play along. You may need to go to different parts, and then if you want to play along with a song, get a capo on the first fret and just do those same positions. So hello, Callie. Oh, I know.